Welcome, I'm Helga B, and I'm 29 years old and I'm an equity partner in the World Success Company. I grew up in this lovely town. It is called George in the Southern Cape. From the age of 4, apparently my parents thought that I would be good on a photograph and I would do well in modeling. How this runs into the World Success Company. At the age of 13, I decided to venture into my first sales type of company, if you want to put it that. I needed to go overseas, I needed to have money. So I went to the tuck shop and said, I will sell donuts for you, I will be your person going out. Bought it for 95 cents and I sold it for 2 rand. 100% profit. Fantastic. The 5 cents I paid my parents for the traveling, going back and forth. So we started to do markets. And at the markets, I did arts and crafts. And went for an arts and crafts saying, but we don't have food and they don't have nice food at this market. So let's start doing food. So we started doing furry rolls. We started doing hamburgers. Perfect. 15 years later, my mom has a 5-star catering company and that's where it originated. You never know. You never know when that idea just springs and you're like, that's it. That was when the light bulb moment came on. I get out of school. I have my first degree. This is what happened. Get your degree, 19 years old, I studied, so I have my music degree. I also studied multimedia design, studied landscape architecture, and I studied IT. Very diverse. I didn't know what I wanted to do. 19, get out of school, the first thing I do is I have a love for cats. And as a Tiger Canyons ambassador, I got to feature in Mike Eilertson's Live Out Loud magazine. And this was the first time ever that people saw me in a different light, because they saw this person that was a model, fantastic, you have a degree and you studied all these things, but no one really knew how to bring the two of them together. It's not just showing up, it's what you say and how you say it and the type of key words that you need to tell them. So I felt that I needed to do something different. And as a model, I needed to reach the top of my game, and I was crowned in 2012 Miss South Africa International. It's a bit different, right? I have a prosthetic leg. December 2013, I had a car accident with a truck. I was the passenger in this vehicle. Third thing, I was awake when this happened. If you had to think of your company and you had to think of any type of very high risk that could hit your company right now, do you have insurance? Do you have something that's going to take away all of the issues for you? I mean, I didn't know what was going to go on. My Discovery card wasn't even there. I knew I had Discovery. I didn't know what it was going to do. And here the person driving the car was frantic. And I was sitting there going, right, there's my wallet. You need to call my mom. And then you call my broker because he needs to organize this. And he's looking at me and he's going, what's wrong with you? You lost the leg, your right leg, your fibula and your femur's broken, your knee's completely shattered. How do you do this? Fight or flight, people. Something happens in your business. You're going to do one of two things, fight or flight. I've worked way too hard to get to this point, right? And I'm going to push through. Now, pushing through is the hardest thing, and you need courage to do that. You need courage. My story started here. This was my turning point. A month after the accident happened, I started exercising. I was in a wheelchair with my family's help, right? I got to this point. That was 2 weeks later. I got up, I started walking. It seems to me it's physically impossible. My right leg is still broken. They literally took the bottom of my leg, which was left, off with a hammer because they had to close my leg before I bled out. And I didn't know about this, but they airlifted me from Beaufort West with the Red Cross to Cape Town, got a second emergency op. When I woke up, the first thing I said to my mom was, Mom, I have my hands, I can walk. That's it. Helga B, at the top, that's me. That's me as a person. That's me loving everything I do every single day. I get up, I want to do stuff. With this accident, I am now Discovery's full-on ambassador, which means that I'm going to go on the road, and you're probably going to see me at some point in time. And I'm going to tell people a little bit more about the story than what I told you now. World Success Company, this is me believing. I am now an equity partner. Why? Because I fully believe that what they are telling me is the truth, and I've seen the results already. I mean, if I could after 1 weekend start 5 companies, then you can do that too. Just say yes to everything you do. You're going to see the difference. So here's the deal. Helga B Holdings has 5 companies underneath it. Property development, corporate lounge, Helga B Interiors, because like you see, I try and mix and match things. Then we've got Travel Badge. Travel Badge has 2 sides to it. It has your name on it, your ID number on it. It has your emergency contact number on it. It has emergency name on it. It has your allergies on it. It has 029111 on it, and it has 10111 on it. Other side of Travel Badge, Extreme Adventure Tours, the last one, and the one I think that is the most important of all of these. Yes, you can motivation. It's hashtag yes, you can. That's why I'm here. That's why I exist. Things I spoke about today. Your goals. Do not put a goal down if you're not going to be able to achieve it. Believe in yourself. Vision. It shows you direction, where you need to go. Okay? This company does exactly the same thing for me because I have various visions. Then the turning point. You made the decision to come to the seminar. Why? You need to decide whether the turning point is here today or whether you're going to walk out this door and it's going to mean nothing to you. Tipping point. Tipping point is when you make the decision to jump. Doesn't have to write everything down. You do not go and apply it. I'm going to say thank you very much for your time.